everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Becoming the Best Me. I am Beverly, but you could call me B or you could call me Bev. I'm going to just give you a brief update this evening. I've had a long day and I just wanted to come and give you my weekly update, just a brief synopsis. And before I do that, let me put my disclaimer out there. I'm not a medical professional. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nurse. I'm not a dietitian. I am just a girl sharing her weight loss journey and just sharing with you what has worked for me over the past 2 years, what I implement in my daily regimen. And anything I say here is not medical advice. And before you implement anything I say here, I would tell you to consult your medical team, whoever you see for your medical needs. I just consult them before you implement anything into your daily regimen. Now that we have that out of the way, like I said, I just wanted to give you a brief update, and I'll give you a brief synopsis. I have other videos talking about my journey for the past couple of months, but I'll give you a brief synopsis here. I had to, well, let me start here. I've been on Zepbound, name brand, and compound trizepatide for over 2 years now, and I had to stop the medication for a little over 5 months because I had a bout of acute pancreatitis. Because due to insurance purposes, I was forced off of Zepbound onto Wegovy, and that was the side effect from going on Wegovy. Anyway, I was cleared and I got back on compound trizepatide. I've been back on since February, the end of February of this year. And so I just continue to update you how I'm doing, how I'm feeling, if I'm losing weight, what's been going on since being back on the medication. So I'm still battling between the same 4 to 5 pounds. I weighed in at 171, I think 0.3 or 0.4. So my weight is within those 4 to 5 pounds. So I would say I'm not really losing weight, but I'm not gaining either. My appetite, the medication is still doing what it's supposed to do. I don't have food noise. I don't have cravings. I have appetite suppression. But for me, and this has always been something, not only now but from before, I tend to get more appetite suppression coming to the end of the cycle of my injection. So let's say, for instance, my shot day is Thursday. I'm fine Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Wednesday, Thursday, it seems like for me, my appetite suppression is stronger on those days. I don't know. I don't know why, but anyway, I am able to get my foods in. Again, focusing on protein, and when it comes to food, I basically eat the same things. For breakfast, it's either scrambled eggs and cheese, scrambled eggs and sausage, or boiled egg and a half of Hass avocado, or boiled egg, 2 boiled eggs with half of has avocado, and sometimes I put a half of a boiled ripe plantain. If I'm not doing that, I'm doing the Cheesecake Factory bread, 2 slices. You know that it's has protein, with 3 slices of white American sharp cheddar cheese, or the solo bagel with cheese, or sometimes I have it with peanut butter, or sometimes I make a sandwich and I have that with egg. And I have my protein coffee some days, and some days I have tea. I'm a breakfast person, so breakfast is like my biggest thing. And what else? Lunch, sometimes I have a protein shake, and especially if I have a meeting or I have to work through lunch, I'll have a protein shake. I'll do protein shakes until I can get to where I can have something solid, some food wise, into my system. I don't do the protein snacks, the bars and the chips. Personally, I don't like that. I prefer to eat real food. So I will have a protein shake to hold me over until I can get a meal in. For lunch, it's whatever I have. Sometimes I have chicken. Sometimes I'll make a sandwich, a turkey sandwich with the same Cheesecake Factory bread. Dinner, again, it's like whatever. I just throw something together. I am not really tracking. I'm at the point where I can eyeball my servings. I can, look on my plate and know, okay, that's too much food. I'm not going to eat that. I'm not going to eat all of that. I can eyeball it, and I kind of have my macros down pat per se. I can kind of eyeball it because I eat the same things. More likely, I'm eating the same thing every day, unless I go out to eat, and then I may veer off of my regular regimen. So that's where I'm at for food. Side effects, I'm not having any side effects. My bowels are normal. Again, I have a morning regimen. Before I eat anything, I either have warm prune juice or warm lemon water 10 to 15 minutes before I eat anything in the mornings. So there's that. Fatigue. The fatigue has kind of subsided or I'm not feeling it as much because my shot day I moved to Wednesday. So by the time I'm feeling any sort of fatigue, it's the weekend, and I don't work weekends, so I can rest if I need to. But I must say, the first week to 2 weeks, it was intense. But I could say honestly that I'm not feeling fatigued. And another thing that I've learned, listening to other creators, and I think it was a doctor, I don't remember his name, I was listening to, and he was saying that fatigue is not a side effect of the medicine. If you're fatigued, is that you're malnutritioned. You're not eating enough. You're not eating enough calories. You're not eating enough protein. So that's something that, we all need to check in on. And again, I feel that I'm getting in my nutrients. So I don't know if that's why I'm not feeling as fatigued as I was. I am really forcing to finish my meals. Not to the point where I'm overfull that I'm sick, but again, I know how to portion my meals that I can eat all of what's on my plate. And for me, I realize that I can't eat and drink at the same time. So what I do is that I make sure I get my nutrients in, I get my calories in, and then if I want to have a beverage after, I wait like maybe 30 minutes after, or I take a couple of digestive enzymes and I'll wait, and then I'll have my fluids after that. This is why sometimes I have my coffee, my protein coffee, in the mornings before I have my breakfast, because I can have that, and then I can wait like an hour, hour and a half, and then I can have my breakfast and I can get all of it in. But I can't eat and drink at the same time. It's going to be either or. I don't know why. I think really, I really don't know, but I think because being on the medication for so long, my stomach has shrunk. But on the flip side, I've never had a big appetite. Even before getting on the medication, I considered myself a grazer. I would eat small meals frequently. So it's something that I guess at this point is habitual. But now being on the medication, I know that I need to eat. So I eat when it's time to eat, even if I'm not hungry and it's been, 3 to 4 hours that I've had my breakfast, and it's okay, I need to get something in, even if it's just a shake, even if it's just a smoothie. I'm making sure that I get my nutrients, especially my protein. I'm making sure I get that in. Okay, so I told you about my weight loss. I told you about my appetite. I told you about side effects. I'm not having any. Overall, feeling well. I am back in the gym, trying to get back into a regimen with my strength training. So I'm doing that, and that is it. I haven't really lost any weight. I'm maintaining. My clothes are still fitting well. I'm in a size 10 or 12, medium or large. And yeah, that's it. That's it for the update. I'm not going to make this video too long. I just came to give you a brief update, and I'm going to leave the video here. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Turn on the notification bell so when I upload a video, you'll get the notification. Let me know down in the comment section where you're at on your journey. Did you have to restart and stop the medication? If so, what have been your struggles? Let's talk about it down in the comments below. I'd love to engage with you. And as I always end my videos, remember, take time for life's simple pleasures and share a smile. Take care of yourself, take care of each other. Until we meet again. Goodbye, friend.